Holy shit, Vanguard won? What? Broken Matt Hardy is coming to Keeping It 100 with Konnan? Right now?
Matt, it is an honor to have you on my podcast.
Yes, Brother Konnan, it is very good to be here. ¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien. I would like to ask you a question. In your condition,
yes, my condition.
Yes, tremendous. The 7 deities, Disco wanted to know if he could be the 8th deity, because in his past life he was the Egyptian Queen Cleopatra, lover to Mark Antony and Julius Caesar, what you would call a wench, a trollop, what we call today a hoe.
Oh, I see. So Disco is a man of daydreams. He is a man of fictional material. He believes he existed in these very important special vessels. Is that what you are telling me, Brother Konnan?
That is what I am telling you.
Well, I did know the Disco Inferno in one of his previous vessels. Yes, he was around. I knew you in a previous vessel around the turn of the century.
Wait. You think I was in a previous vessel?
Yes, your soul was. Your soul is still very young. It is often very uneducated and very ignorant in many ways. But I knew your soul in a previous vessel around the turn of the century. You were a clown, and that is what you did. You were homeless, and you participated as a clown.
I don't believe that 1 second.
You entertained soldiers as a clown.
Was he a court jester?
You could maybe consider him a court jester, but I think it was more of a clown. He was like a clown that hung outside. There was this beautiful little restaurant in Louisiana, and he performed outside as a clown, where he would juggle the balls and he would do little tricks and he would make jokes that were quite unfunny. No one would laugh, but a lot of people gave him sympathy, and they would give him money in his little tip jar.
That's okay. That's a bunch of
It sounds on point.
No. If I was, let me tell you something. Okay.
Oh, it's authentic.
It's authentic. No.
It's authentic.
That's a premonition that he just had.
No, first of all, if I was in a previous vessel, I would have been a man of great social stature, power. I would have been maybe like a military general.
You know what hasn't changed, Matt? He's still a clown.
Yes, that soul has stayed very consistent.
Yes.
Also, he's still not funny.
Yes, he's still very unfunny.
No, I'm not.
He's only funny in his own head.
Now, Disco, I've heard about you juggling balls before, but is that something you're still proficient at?
No. First, I didn't.
He's very proficient with the balls. Yes, he's very, very, very well versed. I asked you. I said, Disco, can you juggle the balls? Can you play with the balls? And Brother Konnan, he goes, muy fácil.
Back in the day, King Matt, if I may call you that.
It's fine. You can call me Broken Matt. We're brothers.
Okay, Broken Matt. Would you have taken Disco as your queen as part of your concubine?
If he really was part of the queen?
Yes.
I don't know if I would accept him into my platoon. I mean, he was a very loyal, a very lowly, low-level soul. So I don't know if I could have accepted him into my platoon just because he may have drug us down. I need strong, valiant, godlike warriors like Senior Benjamin, like King Maxwell, like Queen Rebecca, like Brother Nero. I need people that have true strength.
Well, Mr. Hardy, I would ask you this. Senior Benjamin went missing. Well, we watched Impact. We saw Deleted Decay. We saw the situation that happened. Yes, and Senior Benjamin went missing. Did you found Senior Benjamin? It's my understanding. Is that correct?
Oh, it was a very lovely act committed by many of the humans that live on the planet Earth, as well as some of you pitched in. We had the Senior Benjamin search party. You see, Vanguard 1 is still missing, and things are looking very dark, very gray for Vanguard 1. You will see his fate this Thursday night on the Impact Wrestling on TNA. But I didn't have Vanguard 1 to track down the loyal Senior Benjamin, so we relied on the humans on the world, the humans of the world, and they actually tracked him down via the Senior Benjamin search party.
Well, where'd they find him?
They actually found him in Georgia. He was in Georgia in a decrepit erection.
Okay. Well, he's a friend of the show. You know, we've had Senior Benjamin on here before as a guest. Yes, and also, I understand, so you have Senior Benjamin back. I want to ask you something. I understand that Senior Benjamin is a big boxing fan. Is that true?
Oh, he is a huge boxing fan. Yes.
Could you ask? Is he around? Could you ask him who he likes in the Canelo fight this weekend?
Oh, I will. I will have to check with him. I have to confirm with him. Right now, I've got him preparing the battlefield. He was gone for 5 days, so I had to get him back on time.
Get him back to where you know what you should do is you can just tell Senior Benjamin he's got a lot of Twitter followers right now. He should put his boxing pics on his Twitter page, and I think he'd get it. That's not a bad idea. You know what,
Broken
right?
Matt? Disco's starting to suck up to you, and for a couple podcasts now, and even like when we're off the show, he's always throwing shade on King Maxwell. And he's always saying that victory that he has over him was tainted because it was due to your interference. He says he's become a big name. He's selling T-shirts and hats and taking pictures. And Disco's very mad that, he said he participated in this and he's getting none of the glory.
Oh, I see. You get upset again and again and again and again over King Maxwell defeating you. Well, I tell you this, Disco Inferno, I had another premonition. Disco Inferno, not only will King Maxwell beat you when he was 0 years of age, but he will beat you when he is at 4 years of age and also 7 years of age. I have had those premonitions, so that will happen. But you're not the only one upset with King Maxwell. The Young Bucks as well. King Maxwell's T-shirt sales have been through the roof. The extraordinary xylophone, oh my God, they're delightful, these T-shirts. And the Young Bucks business has been cut into by King Maxwell. So many people are upset. But Disco Inferno, you actually have to do the work if you want to be cut in and make part of these profits from my platoon.
Wait a second. I did the guy a favor, all right? And this is usually like when you do that. There's a time-honored tradition in professional. First of all, it's not even Maxwell Hardy is a child. Okay, he's not a professional wrestler. Okay, just because
he has the most powerful soul known to all of humankind. You do not understand the soul that is put inside his vessels. The 7 deities have told me he is it. He is our savior. He is everything.
Wait a second. So what was he in a previous vessel? So I know I
can't even go into it. You would not believe it. He is the greatest being that has ever lived here, and now his soul is in the vessel of Maxwell Hardy. That's why he is King Maxwell.
Well, let me tell you, it's okay. I made the kid pretty famous because you posted that video all over the internet. When Maxwell,
how could you make him famous? He was already a king.
No. Okay, he was really a nobody until I put him over.
That is blasphemous, Disco Inferno.
Oh, he's like he said. Look, Hulk Hogan would have been nothing without the Roddy Piper. Okay, I'm like the Roddy Piper to King Maxwell's Hulk Hogan. And usually in professional wrestling, there's like, especially with the way the Hardy brand is doing now, that you would think that there would be maybe some financial compensation given to the Disco Inferno for the favor that he did to Maxwell and made him that big of a star.
Oh, you want some financial compensation, I see.
I deserve it, I think.
I will give you a good suggestion. I will give you some advice that will help you get this financial compensation. Would you love to hear it?
I would love to hear it.
What you should do is put on your clown makeup and get your balls from a previous life and go to the street corner and hold a cup. You will get some financial compensation. That is what you are meant to do. That is what is written in your genes.
You know,
bro, that's true.
Let me tell you something.
Bro, he just gave you the best advice, and you're still going to talk back to him.
This is.
You should just thank him. You should thank him.
It's targeting for deletion.
When we did that thing, and Maxwell got the I put Maxwell over.
Yeah.
I thought he would be a little bit more gracious in the way he would like treat me afterwards, and now he's coming out here and doing what he's been doing for years, trying to discredit my good name, make fun of me, call me a clown. I just think, I just think he's being kind of a jackass.
Well, the vessel of Matthew Moore Hardy, which was born on September the 23rd, 1974, is still around, but it is not what speaks. It is not what converses or communicates from this vessel. What communicates is my broken brilliance. My soul was created. It was generated on July the 7th, 7 AD, and that is what you are speaking to now. I am not a human being. I am not immortal like Matthew Hardy was. I am more. I am magic. And I am not insulting you, Disco Inferno. I just gave you the best advice of your life. I gave you a financial plan to be compensated, a way to get yourself over.
Well, I think it's not.
This is what your soul is meant to do. There is nothing wrong with it. Do not be ashamed. Be proud of who you are. If you were born to be a clown, then be a clown.
Okay, well, so let me get this straight then. You have a premonition that I'm supposed to be wrestling Maxwell Hardy again when he's 4 years old?
Hi.
Where will this match take place?
The first one will actually take place in Richmond, Virginia. And then the second one, when he is 7, will take place in the Dorton Arena in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Wait, why are these matches in North Carolina? Why can't he come to First Wrestle in Vegas if he's going to be such a big star?
Something is going to bring you there. I don't know what it may be. Maybe you will run out of customers to give you tips in your tip jar as a clown. Maybe you will come to the East Coast. I do not know. I do not control the premonition. I just see the premonition that happens.
Well, do you guys have any more questions for Matt Hardy?
I want to thank you for coming on this show. And I also want to say that I really hope that you would target Disco for deletion. And
well, he's already he's already obsolete naturally, K-Dog. So he would be a very easy target for deletion. And if he keeps pushing my buttons, I will have Senior Benjamin prepare the battlefield, and I will set him up for deletion.